Hi YouTubers, I am Niven and this is Frank from Source It Up. Hi Frank.
Oh my gosh. Cut! Alright. Hey guys, welcome to Source It Up. We want to do a video today about sourcing. It's the week and we're hanging out. We were just talking and
Not you to get the bottle. Only me.
okay, Evan. Hey guys, welcome to Source It Up. Today we want to talk about sourcing. My lovely wife Niven's here. That's so cheesy.
Yeah, no, let me
Okay.
do it, babe. I'll do it.
Hey guys, welcome to Source It Up.
No, I'll do it because I'm asking you. I'm here with Frank, obviously.
Here with my husband, my hubby.
Okay, do I have to say that?
No, but don't say Frank. Like that's.
So you want to do the intro?
Just, hey guys, we're going to talk about sources today. Nitty's going to ask me. I'm just going to call you Nitty. That makes it a lot easier for everybody. Okay? Is that okay with you if I call you Nitty?
Okay. I prefer baby. Okay. Did you just fart?
No.
Oh my God. Alright.
Hey guys, welcome to Source It Up. Today we're talking about sourcing. I'm here with my wife Nitin, and we wrote down some questions just to keep this a little more structured and not get off on tangents and stuff. So she's gonna ask me the questions. I'm gonna answer. Hope you guys enjoy.
Question number one. What are some of your places that you go sourcing at?
We go to thrift stores. We go to garage sales. We go to estate sales. We just started doing storage auctions. I do some wholesale, retail arbitrage, online arbitrage, Craigslist, shop Goodwill, do some auction zip. And right now, that's about it. That's about everything.
That's about it. That's a lot of places.
I can't keep up with it
Yeah,
all. But mostly, we do thrift stores. Maybe we'll go to the next question, and then because I know we'll get more deeper into some of these more specifics.
So, what
later.
is your favorite out of all
My
of these?
favorite?
places?
My favorite, honestly, and it's only been 2 weeks now. Maybe it's because it's like new and shiny. Storage auctions are awesome.
That's pretty cool.
Yes, the epitome of treasure hunting.
Yes.
It is really cool.
Is that what brings the most profit?
The most profit would be garage sales. Garage sales by far bring the most profit because you could pick what you want and leave the rest. Storage auctions, you got to take everything and you don't know what's there necessarily. You can make an educated guess. Thrift stores, you can pick too, but it's already been picked through by the thrift store and they're not going to put a gold Rolex or not necessarily that saying you're going to get it at a garage sale, but people are more willing to let things go to garage sale and people may not be educated on what things are worth, whereas thrift stores are seasoned, they know what they have. Doesn't mean you can't find really good stuff, but you just got to try a lot harder and have a lot more experience. But garage sales, by far, an inventory lab, when we were keeping track of the stats, our ROI for garage sales was 800%, and our ROI for thrift stores was around 500%. So, and different thrift stores have a little bit different, but it was around 400 to 500%. So we're 4xing, 5xing our money. Garage sales by far beat those.
So storage auctions haven't hit inventory lab yet.
No, well, Inventory Lab is Amazon only.
Okay.
So so I was just going off that. That's just kind of a guideline, just a guesstimate of everything because of eBay too. But storage auctions are tricky. I bought 3 so far in 2 weeks. First one was decent. The only good stuff was like kind of in the front. There was just a little bit more of that. I like maybe doubled the money. No, I'm sorry. I didn't spend that much on it. We spent like $160 and we made like $1,000, but it was a whole day's worth of work, an entire day. And for business with overhead and stuff, it's just not worth the time and the investment of doing that. Then the next one we bought was amazing, absolutely amazing. We got a lot of brand new expensive items. And the third one was a complete disaster. We filled up 2 U-Hauls, and oh my goodness, 3 of us, our backs were broken, and it was insane. And I had to work extra and everything. It was just, yeah, I don't even want to talk about it. I get emotional.
Oh my goodness.
So,
have you ever thought of doing private labeling with these products? I mean, separate, because I know you do both Amazon and eBay. I've heard from a lot of other people that private labeling is the best way to go in long term. So what is your input on that?
Private label. I have almost done private label like 10 different times. I literally paid money to different people to design certain things. I have stuff in notebooks and stuff mapped out. Again, I've spent considerable amount of money on almost starting a bunch of stuff, but I just love thrift stores. So I'm like torn inside, right? Because you can't do everything, and you see all the places I source from, and not to say private label is not the way I want to go, because I do want to have some private label, but I do want to take maximum advantage and opportunity in all the thrift stores and all of those sources I said to the maximum capacity, build a system so that is good, and then now I can focus on private label. So until that's there, which is it may be this year, in our local area, because I got a great team. So I got yeah, I was gonna say something really stupid.
Well, then
Caught myself there.
Yeah. So how often do you go sourcing with all this stuff for eBay and Amazon?
How often do I go sourcing? I go sourcing every day. I would like to go every day. I pretty much go every day except for the weekend, which I can go there too. I have a route. I do about 5 stores in about 2 to 3 hours, more like 3 hours, and I can go every day. And the great thing about it is, if one store is dead, I have a 10-minute rule. If I don't find something in 10 minutes, I leave. So it keeps me from spending more time looking for stuff that just isn't there. And if you're there every day, you recognize better, what's been there for weeks,
right.
or the previous day, and then the new stuff that's put out. So it's even quicker when you're there every day. So yeah.
7 days a week?
I wish, if you'd let me.
Oh, God. Right, blame it on me.
Oh, man.
So is there like a budget? What do you do to help yourself? I'm sure you have to have a budget.
I just spend your money. No, I'm just kidding.
Great.
I used to, and that's why, we made a couple adjustments. Long time ago, guys, please. That's
had to make
embarrassing.
a couple of changes, yeah.
Yeah, we had, Anyway, that's another video. So, if you guys didn't see my warehouse walkthrough tour, check that out, because there's a spot in my warehouse I have, and it has a limited amount of space. And so I can't source more than that. Now, I don't necessarily have a budget. I have money that's taken automatically out to pay for my bills. I do take money out of the business to pay mortgage and, utilities and things like that, a little bit for savings, and the rest just literally flows back into the business. So if we make more profit, I'm not taking more out. I'm just taking that flat rate out. And so now there's more money to spend. And so, yes, we do purchase more inventory. We get some upgrades and things like that. We buy more shelving, better cameras, better lighting, whatever we need. But as far as inventory, I'm not going to get more than what that space that I have allocated can fill. And if that's full, I will take the day of sourcing and I will sort it out. But usually I'm doing sourcing and sorting and listing every day. And we have, I have someone listing on eBay every day, someone listing on Amazon. So we have a good flow going. I want to get to the point where I have to source, because we don't have enough stuff to list. Yeah, right. So that's, and we've been there a couple times. It's actually felt really good to actually get to that point, because I never thought I'd be there. I've had death piles forever.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Good stuff. I want to say every year that I've seen you, since you started the business, you have definitely made a lot of changes, and it's good changes, and it's changes that I approve of as a wife.
Yes. Many a time I've made changes and told my wife, and she's like, "What did you do?"
We butted heads.
And now I've learned to pass, all the major things through my wife, and it's actually worked out for the better. Our relationship's better. A lot of things are better. Business is better. Yeah.
Yeah,
so.
I think so. So with these products, Frank, do you have like a profit margin? What do you look for in a product, and then
I think I touched on this before, but our rule is 5x, right? So if we can 5x our money and it's not like a hard and fast rule, but it's a roundabout, right? Sometimes it's more, sometimes it's a tiny bit less. I don't like going less than really 5x though. So if you buy something for 5, it has to sell for at least 25. And we do have criteria. Our sourcers obviously have to recognize what sells and what doesn't. Just because something's listed for $25 doesn't mean that's what it sells for. So you have to be able to recognize based on if it's Amazon using the rank system, if it's eBay, looking through the solds while you're in the store, or have previous experience of how that item sells before you purchase that. So the only exception to that rule is if something is a fast flip, for instance, a Nintendo Wii or a pair of Air Jordans. Those tend to, at the right price, you can sell those very fast. You can even put those on a 7-day auction, and as long as you can double or triple the money, I would be okay spending, let's say $10 on a Nintendo Wii that I was fairly confident looks like it works, comes with a couple of accessories, and then flipping that for 25 or $30 with the system alone, selling the accessories. I'm okay with that. So
I want to say that's actually on eBay, but what about on Amazon?
It's kind of the same thing. Again, with Amazon though, you can tell the higher the rank, the faster. Well, higher the closer to 1 that the rank is, the better in the category. So if it's a really low rank, like for instance a toy that's about 10,000 rank, that is a very, very fast seller. So if it's at a 10,000 ranked and we're only going to triple our money, I'm okay with that because it's in the category of a fast flip because that'll sell very fast.
Right, and for Amazon, I want to say he does FBA, so FBA takes out 20% compared to eBay that is 10.
Kind of, sort of, yeah. 25%.
25. Okay,
yeah.
so it went up.
Sometimes it depends on the size of the item and the category. Sometimes it's 30%. Sometimes it's 15 to 20%. Really depends. So
is there any place that you haven't tried out for sourcing?
Yeah, and this is where it gets good, guys. This is some cool stuff that I'm about to share. So I really like books. I think books are just a great thing to sell. It's easy, and I think everybody should be into books. If you're doing one-off stuff, you should know how to recognize books that sell. So with that in mind, sourcing, I love doing pallets of books, which we currently do. But there are other places. There's where do all the donated books go, right? Or the books that get thrown out, right? They're going to libraries. They're going to recycling centers. So libraries, though, you got to compete with Better World Books, who've gone to like every single library and made deals with them. There are ways. I think Reezy Resells talks about in one of his videos talks about how to negotiate possibly taking over for Better World Books. Because Better World Books, I believe, does actually pay the library a commission based on what they get. So, and it is a for-profit business. It's not a nonprofit. So, getting in there, that would be something I would be interested in researching because it's not just one. There's in our 20-mile radius, there's 10 libraries. So, and then the other place is recycling centers. Now, recycling centers, if you go in there and be like, look, I'd like to give you more than the paperweight value of the books that you are just selling for paperweight, I'll give you more. And what if they say, okay, come and get a truckload tomorrow? You have to be established already and have a space and be willing to do that kind of a volume just in case they do say yes. Because if you get scared away by that, you may have lost your opportunity. So I'm working towards that to be able to go to those places and other places. Estate sales. Estate sales are great shopping at them, but what about when it's over? What happens to all that leftover stuff? There's still a lot of valuable stuff there. You go to a lot of estate sales and then you want to buy this candle here and they're like, okay, $20. Like, no way, right? And then when it's over, now let's say this, they just want to get rid of it. So you can come and scoop that up for pennies on the dollar. But they might say, okay, you can have everything, but you got to take it all, and so you got to also be able to do furniture and things like that. So, but it is extremely lucrative if you do that. Or, I've done before. One thing I did do that I didn't tell you, or you remember when we first got those U-Hauls of books.
Oh,
We
yeah.
filled up our entire basement, and we like
Yeah.
with so much
You
weight in
can
our
even
basement.
walk,
We cracked the basement. Anyway, it was bad. Oh man, I'll show you guys a picture one time. So what I did, I just basically emailed every estate sale company in the area in like 100-mile radius, and I told them, you know, I'd love to buy your leftover books, and I did, and then they would call me, and we did like 3 or 4 trucks before it either phased out or I stopped doing it, but we would fill up a U-Haul. One of them, we filled it up so much we had to take books out because the tires were scraping against the truck.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that again, you know, you get that one on one of those trucks. We make about a minimum $4,000 or $5,000 worth of books. But it would take me myself though. It would take me about an entire week to go through all those books. So it was extremely time consuming. You need a lot of space. You got to have a truck. I broke my back every single time we were picking up those books, and I had someone helping me. Otherwise, I would have never been able to do that. So again, there's a lot of opportunities out there, and you just have to be set up in a way to be able to handle that kind of stuff. So.
Hey, 2018 goals.
Happy hunting.
Yes, 2018 goals. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
We didn't write that question down.
2018
goals. Oh, okay. Well, I'll tell you. You already know this, right? The 50, 60, 70K. Should I share that? You know, each month that increase?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, for this year.
Okay, so Q4 December, which was last month, we did close to 50K combined with eBay and Amazon, and I would like to match that in this month, and we're getting there, you know. But as long as I can at least list 50K worth of items, I would be happy, and I know the sales will follow, right? Because some of these things might not sell for a month or two. The sales it'll match. But so January 50K, February 60K, March 70K, and so on and so forth. Excuse me. So if I did that and then gave a little extra bump for Q4, which is October, November, December, that would be 1.4 million in sales. That is my goal for 2018. And you know, it's again, you know, my wife's here. It's not about the money. I'm not looking to take any more out of the business. I might take just a little bit out. Everything's going to stay in the business. I'm going to give more to those who deserve it within the business, who I wish I can give more to. We're going to be able to be generous in other ways, and we're also going to be able to grow the business into something that we're proud of, rather than having to always catch up. I do have some debts I'd like to pay, and you know, different things. But again, you know, I'm not looking to like get rich. I do want to build wealth, but I'm not looking to that. And that's just for you guys to know a little bit more about me, my family, my goals, and the direction I'm going. So would that be it?
I think so.
Okay.
I think that's a good.
All right. Yeah, that's a good way to end
Yeah.
it. So don't forget to like the video, guys. I really hope if you enjoyed this that you'd subscribe to get more of our content. And we'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much.
If you guys have questions,
yeah,
don't
that's right. I
forget
forgot about
to,
that. I'm still working on the ending of our videos. So yes. Comments. You got it. You did it.
You did
Yeah.
it.
But okay. All right.
So comments, questions, and we will try to get back to you as soon as possible.
Yes. Good criticism and bad. Love it
Yeah.
all.